Welcome back to another episode of The Careful Boys where, hey, guys, in our old stomping grounds, or at least the area of, a California mayor is now pleading guilty to being a Chinese agent.
You did it.
Chinese spy.
Everyone's like worst nightmare is coming true, dude. Every white person in Arcadia is so bad right now.
They're like, we knew it, but we couldn't be racist.
Yeah. And she was working with another person in office in Chino Hills, right?
There's another Chinese
There's
spy?
like two of them. Yeah, there's two.
Chino Hills? The two biggest Asian communities.
Chinese people in Chino? Chino Hills means Chinese Hills.
Yeah, Chinese Hills. The Chinese in the hills.
You know how the accusation or the thing in question is that she was running a news website that was for Chinese Americans, and it was at the direction of the whatever People's Republic of China on what she would put out on that site. Is that the only thing she did?
CK News.
I didn't even know what the story was because I thought it was her boyfriend was the spy, right?
Both of them. That's the guy.
Oh, got it.
So she got honeypotted by a Chinese CCP.
They make them good, dude.
I think
It's like Chinese Mossad.
They were both taking orders directly from PRC.
Oh, they both were. Damn, they got some good agents then, bro. Because imagine like our agents, they can't go take local elections in certain like different countries and different cities. Like that's nuts.
Here, I'll
that we know of.
I'll try and give you like the statements and like what it kind of quote unquote is, and then maybe it's because I'm obviously pro CCP that I look at this like it must not be a big deal, huh? All right. So Mary Wang admitted to acting as a foreign agent from at least 2020 through 2022, promoting PRC propaganda in the U.S. and acting as PRC's direction to promote their interests. The People's Republic of China, for anybody who doesn't know. FBI Director Kash Patel posted on X, FBI and our federal partners continue to move aggressively to root out this kind of influence in American institutions all over the country. She was
Take Kash Patel seriously anymore?
It's tough. I'm
Not anymore, but I guess he's doing some work.
He's a meme, dude. He's like a total meme right now. Every time I see him do something, I'm like, how can we take
I kind of believe, like, at first I didn't, but I sort of do believe the conspiracy that Trump put him there so that he could push him around. Yeah.
It seems like it.
Like Trump's putting incompetent people everywhere just so he can control them.
What's the name? The former FBI director? It was Comey, right? Wasn't it Comey?
I forgot.
Well, he had beef. Trump had beef with him and he kicked him off as soon as he was like in office.
Yeah, it's like just people that won't oppose you. Yeah. I don't know.
It kind of makes sense.
Feels like it.
James Comey. Yeah. Well, yes.
Because what's his name?
Andrew McCabe was the acting.
Was acting before? Yeah, or was it the first term was Comey, I think.
And Comey was before that.
So is this thing that she did with the website, that's the only thing that they could prove so far that she did by the instruction of PRC?
Yeah, so a mother too based in Arcadia for about 2 decades, blah, blah, blah. Former fiance of Mike's son, who was sentenced to 4 years in federal prison earlier this year for similarly acting as a covert agent for China.
The whole family's spies.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that guy running for... I remember seeing his name on lawns. I think he was running for office.
She allegedly worked with Sun, her then fiance, to run a website called U.S. News Center that purported to be a news source for Chinese Americans. According to the agreement, the two received and executed directives from Chinese government officials to post and circulate pro-PRC content on the site. Document cites examples like in June 2021, after a Chinese government official contacted Wang and other individuals via messaging platform WeChat about a pre-written essay on Xinjiang, which is like the northern city above like Beijing area. Beautiful women, by the way. She posted it on her site and received a thank you from the official. In August, Wang addressed the Chinese official's request for edits to the article. Then she sent the official a screenshot of the number of views an article had amassed. After the official replied, "Great," she allegedly responded, "Thank you, leader."
Yeah,
that's funny as fuck.
You guys hear that one?
Thank you, leader.
That's just respect, dude.
Thank you, leader.
I do wonder if it's a language thing. Like,
is it like saying thank you?
Yeah, because Mandarin's so literal, right?
Yeah, it could be something.
Or
like,
maybe she meant thank you. Maybe she meant thank you, reader.
Thank you, reader.
Thank you, furious reader.
Honorable reader.
Furious.
That's crazy, dude. She definitely meant there's a case for that. Imagine making a case for that. I think she was saying reader.
Yeah. Hey, in Chinese,
I was saying thank you, reader, for leading my email.
For leading my email.
In Chinese culture, do they call people by title and not their name too? because they do that in Japan. They'll be like boss or like they would,
Sifu?
Yeah, for sure.
but not by.
Mr. President, right? Thank you, Mr. President. You know, thank you, Mr. Leader. What's the difference?
Leader.
Or you say the number A44.
45, brother.
You could say like, because they'll say to bosses of other companies, they'll call them boss.
Yeah.
They're not my boss.
Yeah.
But
So-
is that how they do it in China too?
They do that. I mean, in the culture, that's the same thing as like at home, like calling somebody like an aunt and an uncle who's clearly not your aunt and uncle. You just call them that.
Is she gonna go to jail?
It's possible to go up to 10 years for this type of espionage.
Is this espionage, dude? This is not espionage.
But it has been said, like, just to clarify that, let's say that she decided to make these articles on her own opinion. That part's not illegal. It's that she took direct instruction from an opposing government, which you cannot do as an official.
To talk about how great this.
But if you did it on your own, if you become mayor and you just want to talk about how great China is, that's on you.
Dude, this is so ridiculous.
But you can't take orders from China to do it. Yeah.
The FBI's website says that China employs tactics that seek to influence lawmakers and public opinion to achieve policies that are more favorable. It's a fucking long game, dude. They you know, it's not like a giant move. It's like fucking chess. It's like a series of 1,000 moves over 100 years.
But it's one of those things. The reason I'm asking if that's the only thing is because, first of all, I don't believe that's the only thing. Second of all, I think it's one of those things where, like, let's say you are a Chinese spy, right? And you get caught for this shit. Duh, hands up, take me to jail. Because then it's a case closed on every other thing you've probably done.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like if it's like, oh, you didn't find anything else and you just found the news site. Oh, take me away. It just feels like, do you think that's what a Chinese spy, that's their biggest aspirations, to have a newsletter?
In this part,
These people are stupid.
in this particular space, though.
You know what you can accomplish though? That's
But do you think that in this particular setting, this woman who has moved here 30 years ago, has lived in Arcadia for like 20 years, has children and stuff like that, do you think it's like that indoctrinated? Like the idea of being like, I'm going full force espionage, or is it something potential?
Oh, I think it's money based on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a lot more almost shallow. It's not necessarily like I must destroy America, right?
I think it's money based 100%.
I think they could have
Yeah.
been sent here too.
I think they're also just buying up all the properties.
But she was born here?
No, she was born over there.
She migrated like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But some of these Chinese spies' jobs are like harmless. Like it's like when the president of the Chinese club at East LA College got caught, they were just
Oh, yeah.
reporting culture. Yeah. So some of them are just intel spies of like they report to their handlers and they go, this week the Mexicans got in the fight with the blacks, and then I saw some tagging on the graffiti, the bathroom. Or like they're just explaining American culture.
Isn't that crazy though? Because that's some real long conch.
But
That
that's
is.
But that's the thing I still don't believe. I think you should take the fall for the easier crime. Yeah. I think if it's like, oh, all I did was report culture, you got me.
I think, yeah.
That's gonna be in the books then. Like all you did is report culture. But then
assume that they have more stuff.
you think like China, as smart and advanced as they are gonna plant somebody for that many years, and when she goes, what's my next move, leader? Start a newsletter. Come on, really?
Make sure your click-through is over 2%.
Start a WordPress.
No one's opening your email.
Family shit. Remember the attempted suicide on the dude's brother, the uncle or brother or whatever? And it's like that girl was
Attempted suicide?
the actual killer.
Oh, the one where they tricked her into doing a thing? Yeah.
And she genuinely did not know that she was participating in something so evil over a year and a half of being like.
But that's how they get down, dude.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying every country is capable.
But every country is also capable of saying, hey, when you get caught, act like you genuinely didn't know. Yeah. Like that's even easier.
No, I think it's easier to make it them genuinely not know.
I think it's a
You think that's easier?
I think nowadays it is.
Really?
But you don't think it's a big task though to control the narrative? Because like Ghislaine Maxwell's father was hella 3 agent spies, and he owned like a publication.
Yeah.
So if you control the Chinese like American voter, and then you can get them to like have a certain point of view and being more pro-China, then that's actually good for their government because they'll vote.
Say pro-China is not necessarily pro-China. Pro-China could be like no America. You know what I mean? It's just like fucking up shit in the country. Right? Versus like making another one better. It's like fucking this one up.
Maybe they'll vote yes, Because like the Chinese government want a data center there, or I don't know, like there might be different rules.
Or just the matter.
Data center would be huge, yeah.
Or it could be as simple as like, hey, we know that this is the largest Chinese diaspora in the entire nation, California, which also is the highest populace in the entire nation. We need more Chinese people to move there. So we need to make sure that it's Chinese friendly. Like make sure the political officials Chinese. Make sure that there's newsletters so that people have, it's not as like, oh, dude, we're doing this because we're collecting this intel to do. It might be as basic as like, hey, if we get more people in the most populated city and control more of the economy and have more of the voting power, that's enough.
I feel like Arcadia's got too much money that like we have American politicians that are already siphoning money from America, keeping it in America. Why wouldn't Chinese people with all the fucking knowledge they have of how to move money illegally, why wouldn't they be like siphoning money out of the country?
Well, that's the thing about
for themselves.
This is the thing about Arcadia is that, you know, I have a lot of clients that live there. I've had to go work in Arcadia all the time. There's a lot of houses that are just empty. And a lot of buyers from China are going in and scooping them all up, cash. And this is from like realtors that I used to train. They'll tell you like this is very common. And where else they're doing that? They're doing Altadena. They're all over. There's all these like random Chinese like conglomerates just buying up all these properties. And it's like, yeah, that sounds like a good play for them to like park their money over here, have footing, especially if you said like the strongest Chinese diaspora, because Arcadia is that. It's all Chinese people.
It just looks still to me that just feels like it's playing too clean. I feel like when you find those things, you're like, aha, I see what you guys are doing in your big plan. But I just don't think people that usurp political positions play that clean. You know, like when money goes missing and shit, it's obviously like somebody did some weird shit while they were in power. So I think like later, if they find something wrong with the finances in Arcadia, that's who you got to fucking check, obviously. Because like, even without the motivation to fuck the country over, our politicians will still steal money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you have, like, let's say your allegiance isn't even to America, you'll probably steal it faster than those guys, right?
What if her task is to stay in government as long as possible?
Oh, just stay clean?
She doesn't want to jeopardize it.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
But like, the way that
That's
China
true.
does
Yeah,
work
that
though
is true.
is like they already have agents to do the dirty stuff, so they need agents to do the clean stuff, and then they
So they
attack
keep
it
her
on,
clean.
I think because you know they practice soft power, so like you know how the West does hard power, where they do it through violence, colonialism, that kind of style.
Oh yeah, the difference is we're all like, dude, they're all conglomerates are coming and buying up our real estate for cash. Meanwhile, we're just dropping fucking military.
That's true.
Yeah. But then Chinese style is more like I'll build you guys a hospital for cheap, and then now you owe me. And then so they slowly get into Africa, they slowly get into all like South America, and then they're using
That's true.
I think they're using a different tactic from what we do. But I think they still have the drug dealers, the like they have the assassins, they have all that stuff.
The human
'Cause, you know,
traffickers.
the cartel's working really closely with Chinese organized crime.
Because I think on there it makes it a lot easier. I think it's better for their overall purpose if they come in slow anyway, right?
Yeah, and if you think about it, it's not just LA, like it's every area that has a strong Chinese population. Like, so all over the world, they're playing this game. Because I saw this one interview of Australian Chinese, and he was talking about how he wanted, what do you call it? Like, it's not refugee status or amnesty. Maybe it is amnesty. Asylum, like where he was like, I give myself up. I was a Chinese spy, but I didn't know I was a Chinese spy. So he goes through the whole process of how he got recruited, and he thought he was just working for a regular company until they indoctrinate him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's so clearly like I'm doing this as some sort of good and evil, or like bad here, good for, you know what I mean? I think it's so much more
Like religious, almost.
It's like Scientology. Like the way he explained
That's
it
true. I didn't
is
think of it that way, yeah.
in China, there'll be all these recruiting agencies, and he's like, yeah, I want to work abroad. And then like, he's like, okay, so you're going to work here. And then he's like, you're just working a normal job. And it just feels like any other, like they send you to Australia. And then once in a while, they'll be like, oh, you got to talk to your manager. And then the manager would ask you stuff. But the manager was actually like CCP spy. And he's your, handler. And then like you go deeper and deeper into it, and they open more for you. And then before he knew it, he was like, oh, wait a minute. He's like, I'm not really working. Like I'm spying. Yeah.
Oh yeah, as a disclaimer, if you're here from Neck Shark, we're talking about organized espionage Chinese people, not regular Chinese citizens. I can't believe that has to be said so many times, but every time something comes up, people think they have to defend Chinese guys.
I bet they're
it's
bots.
not that. Yeah.
Oh no, you always have to defend Chinese.
We all know not all Chinese people are spies.
Bots.
Like when they try to say in Florida that people that are residents of China can't own land there, that's not racist against Chinese people.
That's so stupid.
That's against superpowers.
That's against Chinese citizens.
It's your country's best
not
interest.
Chinese Americans.
Yeah.
This is coming from a Japanese guy. Just saying.
I know.
You almost had it all, huh? No, that's true. That is pretty crazy to think about it that way. But also, would you put the risk down if, like, let's say a Chinese spy showed up in your country and was like, hey, I just found out I was a spy. Fuck, I don't want to be a spy no more, so let me in, okay? Like, would you still run that risk?
I'd rather have a Chinese spy than a Jewish one.
Well, you got a little problem there because guess who looks more like Americans?